All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You're feeling that frequency and energy. You should most definitely join. The link is right down in the video description. It's in the chat. Click that link. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Seti. DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. Get over there, get you something nice, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pour the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University. We talking about over 2,000 videos, over 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. Plus, we got the Grandmaster teachers handpicked documentaries and lectures, man, from the handpicked by the general. So you know it's fire. There's not another website on the planet that can compete or compare. It's a must for Black Power truth seekers. Get over there and gain access to that treasure chest today. Everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come, exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube, or just so exquisite we keep it for our family on Patreon. I'm taking off the gloves on Metascam. I'm gonna get on, Metatron, aka Metascam, or better yet, Metascam, aka Metatron. You see, and so yeah, we're gonna take the gloves off on his ass on Patreon, and he gonna be done for. He ain't nothing. He ain't gonna be able to come. See, ain't no coming back from the general. I put body work on Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. Oh no, no sir. I'm gonna put in straight body work. So I want you to get on over there to Patreon so you can see this fabulous uh visual presentation that I done put together on the Goat Herder historian, meth head historian. Y'all motherfuckers out there listening to a meth head historian on YouTube, aka Metatron, aka Metascam. You gonna let this motherfucker come out there after he done took a hit on the mouth, and then he come out there and teach you about ancient Egypt. Ain't this a bitch? You know what I'm saying? You better get that lice out your head, Metascam. That's what you better do. Yeah, you know, get deliced, what you need to do. All right, I want y'all to get over there to Patreon because you know it's popping, family. I'm on Rumble, King Seti on Rumble. You already know is fire. To all the family out there, donate to the general. I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate to the general. Link right there on the screen, right there in the video description, in the chat. Click it, donate. I thank you. I appreciate you ahead of time. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. You be done for. Now we got the deal. Matter of fact, does Kemet mean land of the blacks? You see, and so this has been up for debate a long time. You know, does it mean the land of the blacks? Uh, I'm not one, to get caught up in the terminology. One thing I do know is that in the Bible, and we're not using it as if it's the quote unquote one is just a reference. It's I use the Bible no different than motherfuckers use Gerald Massey, or they use Albert Church word. You know, you use this book for for a period of we talking about at least 500 years. You didn't use the book to create a world, or a white supremacist world. You didn't use this book, but now people have, such as the general, have went in there and deciphered. You see, you wasn't telling the lies that you telling today, and so now you in dispute with your own grandmammy and grandpappy. You in dispute with your own grandmammy and grandpappy. Now, what we can say about was Kemet, they try to refer to Kemet being just the land, you know, because of the silt that's coming down from Ethiopia. You see, and that the silt, the silt that deposited in Egypt, piled up. They trying to say that that's why they called it Kemet, as if the goddamn silk only went into Kemet or went into Egypt. You got that silk came all the way down the damn river. You see what I'm saying? And all the way down the river from Ethiopia. You see? And so when you look at, you know, nations, you know, what nation do you see out there that just named after the land? What motherfucking nation out there is just named? Because it would be a whole lot of goddamn Kemets. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of damn black land. You know what I'm saying? As if Egypt is the only nation in the world that possess black land. You think that silk didn't deposit in the Sudan? It deposited in the Sudan too. See, the thing is, Sudan was named by the Arabs. What does it mean? Land of the blacks. And so when you think about Ethiopia, you see, named by the Greeks, in which they named, and that was the name of the Sudan. And you got modern Ethiopia, but then you got ancient Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? And so, it's named after the people. You see, it's named after the people. It's not, I don't know. When you think about America, it was named after Americo Vespucci. You see, and so on and so forth. And so, there's always a physical reality to naming land. You see, that it's named after the people. You see, English people. You see, when you say English, you think of England. French people. France, French people. You see, when you think of the name of the nation, you think of the people. You don't think of no goddamn dirt, no damn. Because if you gonna name nations, if they was named just for the dirt, the silt, then it would be a whole lot of goddamn black lands all over the damn planet. If that's the case, was China named after the land, or was it named after the people? You see, was India named was India named after the land, or was it named after the people? You see, was the land named after the people? You see, this is a reality. So when we think now, when we go into the Bible, Egypt is called the land of Ham. Okay, it is called the land of Ham. And Ham is an individual. Okay, Ham is the same as Kam or Kim. It means black. And you can look it up in any Hebrew. They try to flip it, but there's many of them out there that have already given up the information that Ham means black. Okay, and Egypt was called the land of Ham, an individual, not the dirt, not the dirt, not the dirt. an individual. It was named after Ham, who was the patriarch of the African nations in the Bible. That includes Egypt, that includes Sudan, Ethiopia. It also included Canaan. That's right. What's up, family? It also included Punt. Okay. And so that, that's very clear. Now, the one thing, and I don't have, I'm freestyling, but I can recall everything that I need. Now, Herodotus said in the histories that what they call Egypt today was a marsh. That's exactly what he said. He was recalling. You on time, brother. You on time. I'm just getting started. I'm on we you right on time. And uh uh so he said that what is Egypt today is a marsh. Now, a lot of people don't understand, first and foremost. Let's deal with this. Matter of fact, let me get that let me get that Egypt one in there. Matter of fact, let me get his video in there too. Cause I want y'all to hear this garbage that he talking about.
What about the term Kemet? Well, Kemet has been used again by some people trying to push this idea that all Egyptians were black and it was a black civilization, because they say that it means the land of the black, and therefore if the Egyptians refer to their own land as this is the land of the black, then it means that they consider themselves black. But it's interesting that the people that I've read in forums, they say this, but then a minute before that, they actually say, oh, but the Egyptians did never refer to themselves or other people as black and white and brown. That's a modern construct. And this already shows you lack of intellectual honesty, because you can't say that the Egyptian didn't use black, brown and white to describe people, and then a minute afterwards use it when it comes to the translation of the word Kemet when it's convenient to you. Kemet meant black land, meaning that was the color of the land, the soil. Scholars generally believe that this name derived from the fertile soil that was left over when the Nile flood receded in August. Considering the fact that the very people that pushed this idea of all the ancient Egyptians were black did say on multiple occasions that the Egyptians did not use color as a word to describe people, then I would say on their own terms that it is more probable that Kemet referred to the land being black, not the people.
Okay. Now let's deal with that. Let's deal with that. Let's deal with that. Let me get this back up here. Let me deal with that. So, here we go again. Where, they're using these, when you use the terminologies that they create, a lot of time they can manipulate it. You see what I'm saying? But let us be clear about even what he don't talk about. Now, number one, Khnum, who molded African man and woman on the potter's wheel. He molded the Egyptians with the mud of the Nile. You see, he molded the Egyptians with the black mud of the Nile. This is what he's not. He's a lightweight. He's a featherweight. You know what I'm saying? He don't have, he's not. He don't have that type of depth. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm in the house, family. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm moving around, and so I can't blast off, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm on point. Yeah. I just can't blast off. So, just bear with me. I know y'all want the boisterous, SETI and shit, but I can't give y'all that tonight. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I ain't tired. I'm strong. But yeah, so when we talk about that, this is things you got to look up. That Khnum molded African man and African woman. You know what I'm saying? With the mud of the Nile. Yeah, yeah. And so he don't he can't. What he's doing is he's trying to weave out of acknowledging, the obvious. The obvious. I don't know no nation. The Greeks. You see, did they name they nation after the soil? Huh? Did they name themselves, after the soil? Name me any. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I mean, I'm just trying to just name me one. Oh shit. Let me plug my computer up, y'all. Hold on. All right, family. Let me plug up. All right. All right, we back in the house, family. Okay, so we didn't listen to this motherfucker. They always try to explain that away by saying that they talking about the land. I was in Kemet. I was in Egypt. And I didn't see, it's a whole lot of land that ain't black. You see what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of land that's not black. And the same silk that they fertilizer that they talking about deposited all along the Nile, all the way down from Ethiopia. So, I mean, if that was the goddamn case, then it would be Kemet's all up and down the dam, which it, black land. Most of the nations on the Nile is named after the people, and they tend to be all names of a black people. Ethiopia, burnt. You see, and they equated the Egyptians along with the Ethiopians. The Greek saw the Ethiopians and Egyptians as being brothers. And Diodorus Siculus said that the Ethiopians told him that Egypt was an Ethiopian colony. Nah, if Diodorus looking at the Ethiopian, and then we talking about Sudanese, we talking about the Nubians. If Diodor, if the Nubians told Diodorus Siculus that Egypt was one of their colonies, I mean, I would assume logically that they would look like them. Okay, that they would look like. They say Osiris left Ethiopia and founded Egypt. A colony mean they broke off from the mother nation. Now Diodorus was looking right at them. Now, if the Egyptians didn't look like the damn Ethiopians, how would he wouldn't have let them get away with that. He would have said there's no way possible that the Egyptians could be an Ethiopian colony because the Egyptians are olive people. They are tan people. You see, according to Metascam. But Diodorus clearly stated in Herodotus also stated that the Egyptians were black. Now, Herodotus is a Greek. He's quote unquote a Mediterranean. You see? Yeah, well, a lot of them know. A lot of them know. They know that shit is, obsolete, but they use it because, so many. You can't come with, you know, when people learn on a mass scale, Egypt, Ethiopia, it's hard to change it. You know what I'm saying? When most of the world know those nations by them names. So you have to use them to get a people to the geographical location, and then you let them know about, other, terms, more indigenous and ancient terms for the land. You see what I'm saying? But Herodotus said not only the Ethiopians and and what he said, that he was talking about the Colossians. The Colossians, matter of fact, let me get that in there. Let me get something up there. Yeah, because he talking about shit. We'll run him up out of Italy. Talking about, get the fuck out. We'll run you out of Italy. You ain't got nothing there. You late. You late. Straight up. You late over there. You so goddamn late that you don't even count. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now let me come up here. Let me work a little bit. Let me work. Where's them Nomes at? I don't believe. There they go. Right there. Nah. See, they don't want to work with this. We're going to work with it. These are the Nomes of ancient Egypt. Nomes are districts. You feel what I'm saying? They districts. And so you can see now when you look from here, you see this one to the right. This is the delta. And you see the first Nome or district of Lower Egypt. This is called Lower Egypt. You see, why is it called lower? Because the top is at the beginning of the Nile. They're coming down the river. So Upper Egypt, when you look to the left, you see 22 through 1. It's 22 districts in Upper Egypt, which was Nubia. It was this all up to 22 was Nubia. Okay. Egypt is technically lower, what today they call Lower Egypt. This is Egypt. This is what they call, what they want to call Kemet. You see, but it's still our land. It still means the same. It's speaking of the people. It's not speaking to no damn dirt. Don't know people. I don't know not one goddamn nation on the planet, and it might be some, but it ain't many. But I don't know one goddamn nation on the planet that name their nation after some goddamn dirt. Okay, and if they was named, it's a whole lot of black dirt on the planet, so it'd be a whole lot of damn Kemets. You see what I'm saying? So when you see here, you looking at Lower Egypt, and you see that the first capital of Egypt is Memphis. There is no Egypt before Memphis. You see, so you can see that all 22 districts of what they call Upper Egypt, which is actually Nubia. You see, and you can see the first king, Neat of Narmer, who came from Nikan, which is the third district. He founded Memphis. You see, there is no Memphis. There is no Egypt. There is no Egypt until Memphis. And so you can see all these 22 districts of what they call Upper Egypt, which is actually Nubia. You see, which is actually Nubia. You can see all these districts had already been established before Memphis. They had already been established, and you can see that they're counting coming from the south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't switch up. They're counting, and so the count start at Tasseti. You see, Tasseti, okay, which is telling you something. It started with Tasseti, and then you see that the first king of Egypt, Narmer, you see some say Mena, You see, but Narma, you look on the Narma palette, come from the third district. You see, he come from the third district to establish Memphis, which is the first district in Lower Egypt, Lower Kemet. You see, and so now when he's talking about some olive fucking Egyptians, name me what he's trying to say they're tan Mediterranean motherfucker. We know where they came from. They came from the south, you dumb motherfucker. We don't we he ain't you don't see no influx from across the Mediterranean coming into Egypt. The first king came from Narma, or came from in deep south. You know what I'm saying? That's technically in deep in Nubia. You see, so ain't no mistaking what color he was. Ain't no tan or no goddamn Mediterraneans coming from no interior of Africa like that. So even when you get down into Lower Kemet, you can see that the Nomes are descending from the south, north. You see 1, 2, 3, and you can see all over here. You know what I'm saying? The doorway that goes into which is still Northeast Africa. You see, these is the last. You see 20, 19, 60. So they are moving down the river and they're establishing themselves more in the west of Northeast Africa, and then they move towards the east, which is the doorway to leave Egypt proper. You see, so you could see the development of that. So when people get to asking about where the Egyptians came from, we know where they came from. They came from the south, fool. You ain't fooling nobody with that Mediterranean bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And not only that, when you look at the wait a minute, let me see. When you look at the chronology, now this is from Kenny Mann. This is which just happens to be a Caucasian. You see, you can see here where he got a chronology of ancient Egypt, and you can see right there 10,000 BC, earliest cultivation of grains along the Nile, 5,000, 4,000, earliest permanent settlements along the Nile. And here you got 3,800 BC, possible founding in Nubia of earliest known monarchy. You see, showing that. And why did they say that? Because they found so much artifacts that was so similar to what they see in early Egypt that is no doubt that they came out of Nubia. So for him to sit up here and make this just an outright lie, which they gonna do, he's the devil. He's gonna lie, and you got to know he's gonna lie. You see, he's leaving out a whole lot of shit to get to create that lie. So you see the possible founding in Nubia of earliest known monarchy. Then you got 3,500 formation of kingdoms of Upper and Lower Egypt. Then you got 3,100 Menes or Nama unites Upper and Lower Egypt. But see, they overplan that Egypt, because actually Nama comes from Nubia. He didn't come, ain't no Egypt, until they established Memphis. You see, now what's critical, what he didn't, what Herodotus said, which we clearly understand, that lower region, even Memphis, was underwater. It was a swamp. It was a damn, it was a marsh. That's what it was. It was a marsh. It had not been cultivated yet. Narma went down there, or who they call Menes, and he put a S in the Nile to divert the water a different way, and the water it receded, and on the land that come up out of the water. This was you get primeval hills. You see the water that came about came from up under the water. When the water receded, that's where he built Memphis. So Memphis is built on land that had been reclaimed from them waters. You see, and so that's true. So that technically Egypt started at Memphis. Okay, Egypt starts at Memphis, and over the course of years, it became dominant, but it was still African. They claimed some lands that was originally Nubian into the Egyptian nation, but they clearly left the Nubian attributes, where it's not hard to tell that it was Nubia. Okay, it's not hard to tell that it was Nubia. When you get down, it's just a certain vibe that you get. Now, I'm gonna say this now. This is from matter of fact, this is from the New York Times, and I bring this up because Metascam ain't gonna show you nothing like this. Yeah, Metascam ain't gonna show you nothing like this, but let the general, wait a minute, let me bring this down. hmm Okay, let me take that out of there. Okay. And so this is coming from New York Times, March 1st, 1979. Nubian monarchy called oldest. Boys Risenberger. Evidence of the oldest recognizable monarchy in human history preceding the rise of the earliest kings by several generations has been discovered in artifacts from ancient Nubia in Africa. I'm going to go over here. The discovery is expected to stimulate a new appraisal of the origins of civilization in Africa, raising the question of to what extent later Egyptian culture may have derived its advanced political structure from the Nubians. Okay. Nah. Okay. Listen to this. Okay. Wait a minute, they have been found. The name was found later. Okay, the new findings suggest that the ancient Nubians may have reached this stage of political development as long as 3300 BC. That's proven to be 3800 BC, several generations before the earliest documented Egyptian king. The discovery is based on study of artifacts from ancient tombs excavated 15 years ago in an international effort. Okay, did I? Okay. Well, I don't want to read it all, but and so right here, I'm gonna go right. The artifacts included hundreds of fragments of pottery, jewelry, stone vessels. See, these wasn't no little graves. These was graves of a royal people. You see, because of the level of pottery and jewelry that they had. And so this was before Egypt was even a nation. You see, it wasn't even no Egypt yet. It wasn't Nama hadn't even come down the river yet. So, so these were royal, and they're gonna tell you that. And ceremonial objects such as uh incense burners, which initially recovered from the Custul Cemetery by Keith C. Seal, a professor at the University of Chicago. The cemetery, which contained 33 tombs that were heavily plundered in ancient time, was on the Nile near the modern boundary between Egypt and the Sudan. The significance of the artifact, let me get down to it. Boom, 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 boom. Let me get down a little deeper. Let me get down here. Okay. Is that, let me see. Is I'm missing something? I want to get where he was talking about them damn tombs. He said he knew he was dealing with royalty. He see the love women saying dealing right here. Okay, Dr. Williams said in an interview, it was obvious from the quality and quantity of the painted pottery and the jewelry that we were dealing with wealthy people. Okay, so that right there, they showing. See, they what they not showing you how advanced Nubia was before Egypt was even a nation. When they went down in the tomb of this royal cemetery at Custul, the level of jewelry and pottery that they had was as advanced as anything you would see in Egypt. You know, from the beginning of Egypt, yeah, to damn near the end of Egypt. So so this is what he's not showing. You know, show us where it came out of the Mediterranean, Metascam. You see, this is not, and they keep using this Afrocentric shit. This is Keith Seal from University of Chicago. This is not no goddamn. You see, this is what. See, the thing is, they try to make it look like African people just creating this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just creating it out of nowhere. But they don't never bring up they grandpappies and grandmammies that wrote it before we even mentioned it. You see, they lead them out. So Keith Seal is saying that they come up out the South. That's what Keith Seal, who was not a Afrocentrist or way, he might have a clear concept of the origins of Egypt than you and just call it like it is. It's been a many white man and woman that clearly said that the Egyptians came out of the South. So for these scam artists to act as if black people just made this shit up, see, they running from themselves. They running from the fact that their grandmammies and grandpappies then already told the truth. So you're not gonna run, Metascam, and I want you to get on me because I'm gonna take the gloves off on your ass. Yeah, I want you. I'm not none of them other motherfuckers on YouTube. You can believe that. I'm gonna go straight to the heart of your ass. I'm gonna snatch your heart out. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna play with me. You know what I'm saying? This is light. This is light work. Period. You know what I'm saying? You light work. I don't even need much to knock your motherfucking head off. You know what I'm saying? So, and anytime you want to come, Metascam, I see you a demon. I'm gonna exercise your ass. I'm gonna exercise your ass with the blood of the Nile. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just letting you know. Come on over here and fuck with me, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna take the gloves all the way off on your ass, straight up. I know you got the goat hair on your head, straight up. I know you got the goat hair, but so clearly when we talk about does Kemet mean the land of the blacks and so on and so forth, it could clearly, understanding that, the silk piled up in the interior, at the in the delta and all along the Nile. We can understand when they say Kemet, when they say land of the black or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we have to understand that a people is also tied to that land. And that in the spirituality, it clearly states that uh Khnum, the god Khnum who created man and woman, used the mud of the Nile to create man and woman. So when you say land, Kemet, it means it's a reflection of the land and the people. You see, it's a reflection of the land and the people, and it's clearly you can see that European people and Arab people name all the nations on the Nile land of the black, because you know what Sudan mean? Land of the black. What Ethiopia mean? Land of the black. So why would we assume that Egypt wouldn't be any different? You see? And so land of the blacks means, Kemet means land of the black, as in the people and the land, because the people in the land are one, and that Khnum molded African people from the mud of the Nile. Go somewhere, Scam, Go somewhere Metascam. You know what I'm saying? Go on and get your flea bath and get your ass up off of YouTube trying to, thinking you can steal our history. Ain't nothing on the walls of Egypt look like you. You understand what I'm saying? You look like that motherfucker off Time Machine. Them motherfuckers that went underground and got caught up under there and motherfucker couldn't come back to the surface. Yeah. So family, we ain't done. I want y'all to stay with me. We got some more. We got some more fire for Metascam. And so y'all stay with me. We're gonna come right back. This is General Sarasu Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. I want y'all to hit up some of them links and support the general. Black Power.